Imaginary is a 2024 supernatural horror film directed by Jeff Wadlow and stars DeWanda Wise as Jessica and Piper Braun as Alice. Now, if you've seen DeWanda Wise before, you've seen her in Jurassic World Dominion, where she played Kayla. And this film is produced by Blumhouse and released by Blumhouse. It runs for 104 minutes long and had a budget of $10 million. Now, this tells the story of Jessica, who returns to her childhood home with her family, and she finds her old teddy bear there, Chauncey. As she's there, she sees that her youngest stepdaughter, Alice, kind of grows attached to Chauncey. But things start happening. Alice starts having weird behavior, and we're trying to figure out what is the cause of it. Well, Chauncey is the one doing things. And as you saw in the trailer, the list of things that he wants Alice to do are interesting and crazy. The imaginary aspect is there of how it's playing tricks on you and how the aspect of the mind can work. The scares are here nor there. The aspect of what the story is really, really good. It touches base deeply on loss, guilt, memory loss, kind of dementia, Alzheimer's, and what's happening and what's going on, and the reasoning behind all of those procedures and progress of what is, what this film is. Not only that, Piper Braun as Alice is really, really good. You want to say that, oh, horror movies don't really showcase young actors. No, they do. But with this one, this is probably the best I've seen in a young actress in a long, long time. The emotion she gives off, the crying, the sass, the attitude, it's like, whoa, hold on, what is happening? She's just a sweet little girl in the beginning, and over the course of the movie, over time, she changes because of this teddy bear. Also, the instances of what is attached to Chauncey. Yes, I said attached because you see shadows, you see images of what's happening, what's going on that are here nor there, or is it playing tricks on you? As you're seeing it, you, the viewer, are trying to figure out, is that real? Is it behind that person? And then we dive deep into the events that inspire the ending. The movie is very slow going. The story is not really done well, but Piper Braun as Alice really, really hits the mark and really moves the story along. As does DeWanda Wise, who's a very underrated actress. Seeing her in a mother role is really, really good. And the aspect and how the scares and the imagination work, it's like, oh, imaginary. Okay, what does Blumhouse have up their sleeves? Is it imaginary friend? Is it what is the imaginary aspect and part of it? Well, you do find out what that is in this movie, but I will say the horror element is not there at all. Mostly all of the good scares are in the trailer, and it's all jump scares, like quick, and it's just right to the next scene. I'm never a fan of that. Never, never a fan of it. But when it's a good story, it'll keep my attention. Then it's like, oh, so this is the aspect of what's going on in this story and how it transpired. Who or what Chauncey is, how kind of Alice is, being manipulated by this teddy bear, and then how Jessica also has to fight her demons from so many years ago. The aspect of having another childhood toy be a scary thing is kind of getting annoying. Very, very annoying. Now, you had your Raggedy Ann dolls that became Annabelle, and which inspired the Conjuring movies and Annabelle, which is very different. The new Annabelle is kind of look, very much scarier. Now you have a teddy bear. It's like, okay, teddy bears are sweet and cuddly, but then when you turn them into a horror movie, it just doesn't feel right. It's like saying you want to make a Teddy Ruxpin horror movie, which I'm pretty sure will happen. But it's the aspect of certain things. It's like, okay, Blumhouse works really well with budget. They make their movies for less than 20 million, and they really, really gain back that production budget or in a whole sphere of things of how they work. But for this, it just didn't work at all. I wanted more. I wanted more aspect to it. I wanted more things to it. The supernatural feeling is there, where you're like, wow, okay, so this is why Chauncey or this teddy bear is doing things, why they named it, and it's like, ooh, interesting. Anytime a horror movie or Supernatural, or any other movie for that matter, has three writers or more, it's going to be a difficult story to come together in the end, which is what this was. The ending kind of saved it, but it's the ending where it's like, oh, okay, this is getting good, and the movie's over. That's what this movie was. It's fun, but it could have been a little bit better. I don't mind the directing. Jeff Wadlow did a phenomenal job. He did Truth or Dare, Kick-Ass 2, and Fantasy Island. Out of those films, I think Kick-Ass 2 is the only good thing he's done. But other than that, I mean, DeWanda Wise as Jessica really stands out. But Piper Braun as Alice is phenomenal, to a point where you walk out, you're like, I want to see her in more horror things and also other things as well, because you'll definitely see her in more things. But this was a really big miss, and I was kind of disappointed walking out of the theater after seeing this movie. For me, Imaginary gets 1.5 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Imaginary. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the aspect of the story? Did you want more? Do you think that the movie had more of a supernatural feel to it? Horror feel to it? What was your favorite scene? What was your least favorite scene? Who was your favorite character? Who was your least favorite character? And do you think that this whole entire genre of old toys, like teddy bears or whatever toy you had when you were younger, being turned into a horror movie, do you think it's being overdone? And what aspect do you think that could be the next big thing in horror? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked, and also let me know what rating you would give Imaginary. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new review videos on my channel. I'll see you all in the next review video. I'm Mr. Filmstock, and thank you so much for tuning in.